Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Out of Office podcast. On this show, we have conversations with industry led experts in the field of digital businesses. If you're just starting out or you want to scale your businesses, these conversations are going to help you greatly. Out of Office, which is powered by SyncUp, aims to build the largest community for digital business owners. So if you want to be a part of it, click on the first link in the description. Hope you enjoy the rest of the video. Hi everyone, my name is Nikhil Elawat and welcome to the Out of Office podcast powered by SyncUp. Today we have with us a very popular face on LinkedIn, Ritika Ranjan. Ritika is an economics graduate turned lead generation specialist. And a fun fact about Ritika, she is a couch potato. So if she's not found working, you'll either find her eating or sleeping. Welcome to the show, Ritika. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me here, Nikhil. Really, it's a great opportunity to be here. And no, I'm
Thank you.
not a known face, but yeah, I'll take it that way.
No, you definitely are. You definitely are. And we have a lot in common already. I think eating and
Thank
sleeping
you.
is my favorite too. So I think we can be best friends.
Yeah, that's the basic of every freelancer, right? We love eating and sleeping.
I mean, obviously, who doesn't? Who doesn't? All right. So, Ritika, let's
Yeah,
get straight into
exactly.
it. Let's get straight into it. My first question to you would be that, tell me, give me a little background about yourself, how you got here and what motivated you to actually, take up freelancing.
Okay, so I got into freelancing in my first year of college. So I was in my college doing my degree. And then, of course, as everyone says, a work from home video pops up, and you see, okay, this is something new happening. People are earning money from it. And you see, you can learn your skills and stuff. That's what happened with me as well. I saw Saheli's one video, like Saheli Chatterjee's video, and
Yes.
that's when I got interested into it. So to begin with, I started with Pinterest management, if you know that's a platform, right? So I started
Yes.
with Pinterest management, helping podcast people, helping agency owners, everyone who wanted to do Pinterest, right? And then I
Mhm.
niched down to LinkedIn, Instagram, and now I niched down to just lead gen. So yeah, that's how.
All right. So, you're currently into like lead generation on LinkedIn, right?
Yeah, not on specifically on LinkedIn, just lead gen in general.
Just lead gen. All right. So, can you like, for people who don't know what lead generation actually is, could you like explain it in like the simplest of words, like what lead gen is?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. To put it really simple, I just help you get your appointments with your ideal prospects. Right? So
All
if
right.
you want to generate leads, if you want to get clients, right? So that's what everyone wants, like to get clients. So I'll help you set your appointments with people you want to work with, which is your ICP, your ideal clients persona. So that's what I
Yes.
do.
All right. So, Ritika, what is your process like? Like, which platforms do you primarily operate on? And like, how do you go about this process
Mhm.
of lead generation?
Okay, so the primary platforms that I work on are like social media platforms. So LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, like X,
Yes.
all that platforms. So we use lead gen through those platforms by outbound method, as well as inbound, both, but just more on the outbound because that's more result friendly.
All right. Also, I think like a lot of people are still confused about what inbound and outbound marketing actually is. So, like, could you explain even those terms like just in the simplest of words so that we are clear about it?
Yeah, sure. So inbound is just client coming to you saying, okay, I want this work. Okay. So that's inbound. Anyway, it can happen by your social media content or someone referred you to someone. That's an inbound client. You didn't do anything, they came up to you. And
Hmm.
when you go for outbound, it's like they didn't come up to you. You go to people who are your ICP or target audience and you say them, okay, you have this problem, I can solve it. And that's how outbound happens, where you go to your clients
All right. All
and
right.
get them
And
on.
what are the channels for like inbound and outbound marketing? Like, what channels do you use for both?
The channels have social media platforms like Instagram, LinkedIn. LinkedIn is really popular right now because it's giving a high organic returns. So
Yeah.
yeah, LinkedIn, Instagram, X. If
All
you want
right.
to go like TikTok, YouTube, all those platforms.
And what is, according to you, like, the optimal mix for like inbound and outbound marketing? What should be the right balance between both?
Yeah, so for someone who's starting out, I would suggest you go for both. Like put less time in inbound for now and put more time in outbound because once you have money in your bank, then you can function well. Okay. So
Hmm.
get that money in bank through outbound. Learn outbound first because outbound is the predictable way, right? Learn outbound and do inbound on the side as well because inbound takes time. You'll at least take like 2 to 3 months to build that inbound channel, whatever you're building. So
Hmm.
stick with both, put more time in outbound, get some clients, and then start working on both part and delegate your parts.
All right. All right. Okay. So, Ritika, like, just so that we can simplify, what it is like being a lead gen in
Mhm.
today's day and age. I want you to tell us, what a typical project looks like for you. like from onboarding a client to what a week
Mhm.
in your day in your life looks like in your life looks like. So like, can you take us through that?
Yeah, sure. Okay, so typically what happens is I get all my core of the clients through outbound for myself as well, right? So I reach out to people and say them, okay, I can help you get 30 leads in 30 appointments in 3 months, or I pay you my money back, your money back. So that's how my offer looks like, right? So once they say a yes to it, we onboard the client. So we got on an onboarding call. We understand what's their target audience look like, what's their offer, what do you want to sell, all that goes in. And then we onboard the client, start working on their lead gen. So start working on creating their sales assets, creating their channels, pipelines, setting up systems and the campaigns for outbound. And that's when we start generating results. And that's how it looks like working with the project.
All right, and like you started like with Pinterest management, you did many things along the way. So
Mhm.
how did you like develop the
Yeah.
necessary skills for lead gen specifically? Like how did you
Okay.
like take
Again,
courses?
as any new
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, as any newbie freelancer would do, like do everything they can do for generating leads for themselves, right? We all want clients, and for that we do thousand things. We see people doing thousand things, and we try thousand things, and that's how I did as well. I was working as a Pinterest manager. I did that, but that time I was a very newbie, so I couldn't generate much lead or focus on lead gen rather. Then when
yeah,
I niched down to working only for LinkedIn and working only for the people for personal branding,
Mhm.
that's when I found I need to generate more leads if I want to scale it up.
Yeah.
And that's when I started doing lead gen for myself, and I found that more interesting and more revenue generating than just personal branding and creating content.
All right. So you like learned along the way, like the process taught you what you know.
Hmm.
All right. But do you recommend like any
Yeah.
courses, any creators that people can follow if they want to like learn more about lead generation?
Yeah, sure. So there's some great YouTube videos that you can go to. I would not say buy any course, rather buy their consultation if they offer, because that's a great way to understand what the person knows and what that doesn't know. Right.
Yeah.
So you can do that. And for YouTube channels, you can go for Charlie Morgan. He's a guy. He's a great guy. He has an agency where he teaches lead gen.
Yeah.
So I would not suggest his agency because his YouTube videos are enough. Just go there and see because it's a high ticket agency. But anyway, you can check out his channel. That's a great channel.
Okay, okay. Also, Ritika, like you mentioned Pinterest, like you started off with like Pinterest management. Can you tell me a little more about, what that was like? Because I've not seen a lot of people doing Pinterest management like right now. And why did you like pivot from that?
Yeah. Yeah, so Pinterest is a very is SEO based platform. It just works like Google. Okay, you search something there and something pops up, right? That's how it works. So it's a very SEO and tech friendly platform. You need to know how to do tech stuff, which is not my great thing. Okay, I'm not the best person to talk about that. So
Okay.
that's why when I was doing Pinterest, I was great managing it. But
Yeah.
if I wanted to do more on that platform, I needed to learn more of that basic tech stuff, which was
Yeah.
not great again. So that's
Yeah.
why I thought, okay, let's switch to the platform and do it for the people on the other platform. That's when
Yeah.
I came across Instagram as it was a booming thing that still now, but it's more of LinkedIn now.
Yeah.
So that's when I came to Instagram and then LinkedIn. That's how it happens.
All right, all right. And like, when you're talking about like any freelancing endeavor, be it like lead gen or be it, like Pinterest management,
Hmm.
like SEO is a big part of it. And I think like SEO is
Yeah.
involved in literally everything. So can you tell us what SEO
Hmm.
is and like what are the practices you use like related to SEO in your current, working endeavors?
Yeah. So currently, if I talk about LinkedIn as a platform, it's obviously every platform, every algorithm works on SEO, right?
Yeah,
So again, for LinkedIn as well, you need to put your keywords right.
yeah.
What people usually do is they keyword stuff, which is wrong. Okay, which any platform you take, keyword stuffing is wrong. When you put five similar looking keywords, it's like marks you as a bot.
Hmm.
So make those keyword make sense, right? For example, if I'm saying LinkedIn specialist, I would just not write everywhere LinkedIn specialist, LinkedIn specialist, LinkedIn specialist. I would
Yeah,
just put it into sentences so that the algorithm and the sentences make sense.
yeah.
Okay, so that's how SEO basically works.
And like, how do you come to know like what are keywords? Like, is there like an app you use to come to know that these are like keywords that would actually rank on a certain platform, or like how does one come to know what keywords to even use?
Okay, so for LinkedIn specifically, talking about the platform, you get a metric called search results. Okay, you can see which keyword search results you're ranking on, right? And
Yeah.
when you do that, once you optimize your profile to rank on a particular keywords, but if you see you're not ranking on that keyword, it means you are not SEO friendly enough to rank on that keyword. Because that's
Okay.
the easiest part to know it's working or not.
All right. But is there
Personally
like
works. Yeah.
so you have like primarily
Mhm.
used observation like to again learn more about this, right?
Yeah.
But is there like
There
any
are
app?
a few tools.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there are a few tools. I can't like recall the name right now because I have stopped using them. But there are
All
a
right.
few tools you can search on Google. Like just a simple Google search will give you. There are tools that will tell you what keyword is like most searched right now around Google and around a particular platform. So you
All
can
right.
take that. But again, those keywords are very generic. So you need to make them very friendly to your service or your niche or whatever. So you need to
Okay.
work on that as well.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Also, one question like that I ask like every guest who
Mhm.
comes on the show is that how did you get your
Yeah.
first client? Because a lot of people ask this like in various niches that exist like across.
Yes, yes.
So I want to ask you how did you get like your first client and through which platform?
Mhm. Yeah, so when I started like back in 2020, right? So that's when I started.
Hmm.
So that time Facebook was a great platform to get clients. Everyone was suggesting go Facebook groups and get clients, go Facebook groups and get clients. So that's how
Hmm.
I did as well. I engaged in Facebook groups and that's how I got my clients. But if you ask me right now how to get your first client, I would never suggest you Facebook. Because
Okay.
it's a very scammy thing right now. You will not be able to get guided well. That's the thing.
Yeah.
So go to LinkedIn, reach out to 10 people.
Hmm.
Okay, if you can't find that 10 people and you don't know who to reach out to, go to your favorite creator or the top creator who's offering something similar to you. Go to
Yeah.
their page, find 10 people who sound interested in their DMs or in their, sorry, not the DMs, the comment section. Follow them,
Yeah.
engage with them, and tell them you'll do the work. Like outreach to them. That's basically what I mean.
Okay.
And
Okay.
that's how you
All right.
get.
You found your first client through like Facebook groups.
Mhm.
All right, but like yeah, I think it's a little redundant now because I think like LinkedIn has taken over, so like a lot of people have now shifted to that
Mhm.
platform. So okay, so
Yeah.
like for example, if someone wants to start with lead generation today, and they want to like
Mhm.
approach, they want to like get their first client. So how would they
Okay.
exactly like approach them? And if they don't have a portfolio already built, like how do they approach a client?
Mhm.
Then like how do they build a portfolio?
Okay. I would say even if you have built a portfolio, right, even if you're the OG person doing it, you need to have some kind of risk reversal. Okay. It's not a newbie thing or it's not something you don't do. You need to do that because not everybody will be
Yeah.
ready to give you money if you don't have a risk reversal. So you need to
Hmm.
have some kind of guarantee, some kind of things to back you, to support you there, right, to, as a
Yeah.
backbone. And that's how
Yeah.
you get your first client. When you say them, okay, I can get you 15 leads. Okay, don't go for appointments right now, go for leads. They say,
Hmm.
I can get you 15 leads. Okay. And if I don't, you don't pay me.
Hmm.
Or if I don't, I'll refund your money back. So have some kind of guarantee on place. And that's how you can get it without portfolio because your work will speak for itself.
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's a very good advice. Like giving that guarantee because that builds trust, right? So people would want to pay you.
Yeah.
All right. Also,
Hmm.
yeah,
And it's
also
not
like
easy
one more
process.
thing. Sorry, like please continue. Sorry, I cut you off. Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying you'll also not lose anything well in the process because a lot of times newbies fear that if they offer money back or if they offer that I'll not pay, will not pay until I get you results, they fear that okay, how will I get paid? But
Hmm.
it's not that. The worst they can say is no, and worst you can come up with the position you're already in. The worst that can happen is you'll fall back to where you are at least right now.
Yeah.
But you'll learn something in the process, at least.
Yeah, that's so true. That's so true. Also, Ritika, when I was like starting out, I didn't know like how to price my
Mm-hmm.
services. Right? I think a lot of people are like confused as to how they should price themselves. Some people think that they are
Mm-hmm.
undercharging. Some think that they are overcharging. So like, how did you come to know how to exactly like price your services? What did you do to like come to the price that you charge right now?
Okay. The best way to do it is through market research again. Okay, don't assume anything. Go to data. Data is never lie. Okay, so go
Hmm.
reach out to 10 people offering the same service as you. Okay, not in the newbie stage, but a little up you, a step or two higher than you, and reach out to them and ask them about their pricing or ask them what you should charge. Okay, take their
Yeah.
opinion, and anyone will be okay giving their opinion. It's not a problem. Okay, you can reach out to 10 creators on LinkedIn; they'll be happy to help you. Okay.
Hmm.
And once you get
Yeah.
data of 10 people saying you charge this much, then average it out and you know your range now. Right. Now you know your range because you have the data of 10 people telling you the same thing.
Yeah.
Then you can base your charging on that.
All right, that's okay. All right, for people who didn't know, now you know. All right, okay. Also, like freelancers,
Yes.
like who are just starting out. which platform would you suggest
Mhm.
they should, start their outreach on and start posting content on, or just like for outreach and like getting the first client, what platforms are
Mhm.
for freelancing are the best right now according to you?
Right now, it's LinkedIn because the highest organic reach you're getting on any platform is LinkedIn right now.
Yeah,
Of course, you can
yeah,
work around with other platforms. First, if you know, there's a creator called Superva, I don't know if that's pronunciation right, but Superva Subat or something like that. Her Instagram handle is Your Marketing Girl, okay? And she
mm,
grew her profile in like 3 to 4 months. She got to 100K on
mm,
Instagram, which is tough. Okay, it's
yeah,
not very easy. So again,
yeah,
you can make your way if you're providing value. It's everything is possible because people said Instagram is not possible to grow that fast, but she did it
mm,
right. So it's just
yeah.
that you have to do it. But again, if you see me a newbie friendly platform, it's LinkedIn definitely.
LinkedIn. All right. And Ritika, do you work with like foreign clients as well? Like, are you working with any foreign clients?
I usually work with them. I mean, okay, I would sound like a hypocrite because I always say work with Indian clients. But if you try to start as a newbie, work with Indian clients
Mm,
and then get on with international. But again, international clients, working with international clients is a better experience.
yeah.
You get to do your thing without wondering about what they're thinking and anything and like that. So it's easier. It's
All right.
easier. That's how it works.
So, what is like the experience like? Can you like be like elaborate a little more on what your experience is like with a foreign customer like versus an Indian like customer? Is the work culture different?
A lot, a lot. The work culture is very different. Okay, they are not nosy, picky, and kind of people. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
say Indians are nosy, picky, but they are. Okay, they'll call you at any time. If they're giving you money, they'll take 200% of it, like from you, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. But
Yeah.
when you work with foreign clients, it's something like they trust you. Okay, they understand that you are an expert of something. Okay,
Yeah.
and they have paid you for your expertise, and they
Hmm.
believe in that expertise.
Yeah.
Okay, they know that it's your job and they'll not do it, okay? Because they know you're there paying for you, so it's your expertise. Simple as that.
Yeah.
But with Indian clients, is that they want to understand everything. They're
Yeah.
very inquisitive in nature. So they
Yeah.
want to understand what's going backward, everything.
Yeah, I think
So
like
even though
I
they're
think the difference like primarily is that foreign clients are more relaxed and laid back about what's going on, and Indian clients are like way more proactive like than the foreign
just
ones.
they're inquisitive people.
They are inquisitive. They are
We are
inquisitive.
inquisitive people, do yeah.
They
We want to
are
know
out.
everything. Like if someone's an expert, you want to be that expert too. So yeah.
Yeah, that's true. And what is like your opinion on Fiverr and Upwork? Like, have you used those platforms as well?
No, I have never used it. I would never suggest anyone to do it because it's very,
Or,
how would say, it's very money based. Competitive is everything is competitive, right? If you go on LinkedIn, you see newbies, it's competition there as well. But it's not based just on your price and commodity based, right? It's not commoditized. So if you know it's not like two post in 30 rupees, it's not that kind of thing.
yeah,
So yeah,
yeah.
here you're playing on your uniqueness and stuff, but there you're just playing on pricing, which is not right.
All right. Okay. Okay, so my next question, Ritika, for you is that I found you through LinkedIn. Like I remember, like when I had joined, when I just started out on LinkedIn, your posts like were one of the first to like pop up on my screen. So like
Thank you.
I want to know like what role has LinkedIn played in your journey, and what do you feel about the platform in general?
Okay, so LinkedIn has played a very big role because when I pivoted from Pinterest, that time I wasn't creating content on any platform. But when I tried creating content on any platform for Pinterest, like for Pinterest managed services, so I started with Instagram because that was the popular one. So I
Mm,
failed twice on Instagram. I tried it once, couldn't do it. I tried it again on Instagram, couldn't do it. So I have failed 2 times on Instagram creating content, and then I came to LinkedIn.
mm, mm,
Okay, so LinkedIn was like, okay, this is the easier platform as people say, and
mm.
I should try this.
Yeah.
That's when I went on LinkedIn with that motive.
Mm,
And then once I tried creating content, I failed on LinkedIn once as well. So I created content for like a month or two, and then I couldn't do it any longer because writing was not my best forte.
yeah.
So yeah, so that's when again I after a few months taking a break and understanding how the platform works, I started creating content on LinkedIn again. So LinkedIn has played a very big role in my journey as well.
All right. And like, even like since now I am like on LinkedIn myself, I see that like a lot of people, a lot of freelancers, a lot of agency owners, a lot of founders, they're trying to grow their personal brand because that is the main thing right now, growing a personal brand.
Yeah, exactly.
So what are like some common personal branding mistakes you think that people are making out there, and you think that this is something that they should work on.
Mhm. Yeah. First thing is something to be trying to be expert when you're not. Okay, not saying in a bad way. Okay, newbies, you can be an expert. I'm not telling you can't be an expert. You can like fake it till you make it. You can do that. Okay, everyone did that. It's not
Yeah.
a problem. But just don't fake it on a level where you can't even make it at that moment.
Yeah.
Okay, so it should be in a consideration mode. Okay, just
Yeah.
don't take it too much.
Yeah.
And the second thing is again, don't try teaching LinkedIn when you don't even know how LinkedIn works.
Yeah.
Again, it might sound related to that first point,
Yeah.
but what happens? You started out as an something else. Okay, you started out as an SEO person or something else.
Hmm.
But once you grow or get one viral post or something, you
Yeah.
get something on LinkedIn, and
Yeah.
you start posting about that,
Yeah.
or that you got X amount of followers, yada yada, whatever.
Yes.
But you should not do that. You should stick to something what you were doing initially and what your service is. Don't talk about everything under the sun.
All right. So, what is your opinion on evergreen versus trending content then? Do you like favor any, or do you think it should be a mix of both?
I don't favor trending content because trending is a very specific word. Not in everything is. Well, you can't put your opinion on everything that's trending. Okay, it can be a lot controversial at times as well.
Yeah.
It can go either way. It can go south. It can go north.
Yeah.
So just don't try it when you're a newbie, or even in the beginning stage. If you're intermediate, then also don't try.
Hmm.
Once you're pro and you know people will listen to whatever you're saying,
Yeah.
that kind of if you have that kind of confidence, then you
Yeah.
can go in and give your opinions
Yeah.
on everything trending.
Yeah.
But just get to everything content. Just the basic rule is share what you're learning.
Hmm.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
The basic rule of content is that.
Yeah, I think like what you mentioned before, like, the mistakes of people demonstrating themselves as, experts in a field.
Hmm.
I've seen that myself
Yeah.
on LinkedIn, and I think that uh, it's not something like they're not even trying to, be an expert. They just think that this is what will work on LinkedIn for me. So that is why like
Yeah.
it's a pretty innocent mistake that people make, and I think I myself would have
Hmm.
made this mistake for sure. I'm very sure
I
I would.
would say no.
Yeah. So like I think I made it too, but like the key is that rather than because all of these LinkedIn gurus on LinkedIn, they're like show that you have authority, build authority, and this I think
Hmm.
people take it and interpret it in the wrong manner. So rather like of
Yeah.
rather than showing yourself as an authority figure, I think people should focus more on just sharing what they have learned and what has been their experience.
Hmm.
So I think the tone is what
Exactly.
sets
Exactly.
you apart.
Yeah. Okay. So what happens in your context, right? This thing you said. So you see a top creator posting about 4 ways to do something.
Yeah.
Okay. But if that person says 4 ways to do something, people will listen to you. But
Yeah.
if you say 4 ways to do something, no one's gonna read it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you rather write 4 ways I did something because you're unique.
Correct.
So
Correct.
put it that way.
Yes. Yes.
So
All
that
right.
would build your authority.
Yeah. So my next question, like, Ritika, for you would be that how do you go about content creation on LinkedIn? How do you think come up with post ideas, and how do you like
Mhm.
give it a structure so that it works?
Okay. So initially, I was not the best person. Of course, as I said, not the best writer.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I used to do is stick to my content pillars and stuff. Like I used to create my content pillars, whatever I want to talk about,
Yeah.
and introduce some personal content into it, add my POV into it,
Hmm.
and then write my content. So basically, the hook needs to be great. The best place that I get my hooks from is Instagram because there people have even less attention span, so they have better hooks.
They're
So
better.
just go on Instagram for 5 minutes and you'll get great hooks.
Oh, all
So
right.
just use those hooks in content.
Hmm.
Yeah, use those hooks. For body, make it authentic. When I say make it authentic, don't try to be your top creator. Try to be yourself. So sound like you would talk to someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, Yasmin says this very often. Okay, like the dear son thing. Write to someone that you would talk. Okay, so write it that way.
Yeah.
And CTA again talking about the CTA structure. Make it correlated. Your hook and your CTA should be correlated. It's not that in your hook you're talking about 10 ways to get a client, and in your CTA you're trying to sell a writing
Hmm.
something. So it
Hmm.
needs to be correlated to your hook and your CTA.
Yeah. All right.
That's the basic structure.
And like for example, like if you're writing content that to like produce leads, so will that content be
Mhm.
written in like a different manner? Do you think that it has a different format or a different tone to it?
Okay, I've recently learned this from Kanishka Gopal. So, guys, if you want to check her out, check her profile. She's the best person to talk about content writing and inbound lead gen.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she says, okay, educate the problem and the pain points. Okay. So when you're writing for lead gen, educate the problem. Don't give them the solution, the hows,
Hmm.
but educate whatever they're feeling. For example, if I'm talking to you about your lead gen, I'll say, okay, you're frustrated not getting clients. You tried sending 10 gold leads, but all you heard was no. So
Hmm.
that's how I educate your problem.
Hmm.
And then put something I'm selling as a solution.
Hmm. All right.
So play with the emotional triggers.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is your opinion about using photos on LinkedIn? Do you think it should be leveraged?
Okay. Yes. Yes, it's a personal brand, it's a personal face, use it. It's your profile.
Yeah.
Anyone telling you otherwise, tell them shut the hell up. Okay, it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
Okay, you if you want to know how to do it right, follow Rose Maria George, if that's the correct pronunciation, but follow Rose. And she's the best person to use pictures in the best way.
Correct. She uses
Yeah.
excellent pics. They're like extremely creative and
Yeah.
very.
I love her self-portrait and the way she weaves a story around her self-portrait. Amazing.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Even I saw a post like even in the morning, and I was like admiring because she had put a pretty like, aesthetic pic.
Yeah.
Not just her photo; it's like
Hmm.
very creative. So love that about her.
Yeah, because she takes self-portraits. Oh, I
Yeah,
love it.
too good, too good.
And another person I would talk about the photos. He has stopped doing it now recently, but Sachin Jha. Okay, he
Yeah, yeah,
was known for his food photos. He
yeah,
was known for his food photo. Like one day, if he will not post a food photo, people would ask him in his comment like, "Where's the food photo?"
yeah.
So that's how you brand yourself, right?
Correct, correct. I think like because like using photos is like the easiest way to brand yourself. You know, something that people can relate to immediately.
Hmm.
So it should be leveraged
Yeah.
definitely.
Hmm.
And also
And
like what
just
is
stop the scroll when they see your photo. That happens. Like if I'm also engaging in my feed, if I see someone familiar, like someone I have talked to before, I'll
hmm,
see that photo and I'll stop and read the content.
correct? Absolutely, absolutely. And what is your opinion about like engagement on LinkedIn? I think it's become the thing that people do for like getting
Engagement. Okay.
engagement on their posts. How do you think one should go about engagement on LinkedIn?
Okay, again, go with your peers again because that's how you'll get more engagement. Your clients are not going to engage with you, and that's the truth.
Yes.
Okay, I can't sugarcoat it anymore. So
Hmm.
it's just that engage with your peers, engage from people, but just don't get stuck in your peers. Okay,
Yeah.
that's the point. At one level, you have to stop there and move ahead with your client target audience, whatever you're trying to reach out.
Hmm. Hmm.
Have a good mix of it. At least if you're beginning out, then maybe 70% of your peers and 30% of your target audience engagement would work.
Hmm.
Right.
Hmm. Hmm.
But once you go up and you know you'll get this amount of engagement,
Hmm.
then just increase the ratio otherwise, and then it would work. Just don't get stuck there. That's it.
Okay, brilliant, brilliant advice. Also, okay, Ritika, like since you started your freelancing journey, like
Mhm.
first year, what changes have you observed in yourself, like as a person? How do you think you have grown?
A lot because I was a really, really introvert person. I don't,
Hmm.
I don't know. Every freelancer is introvert. Whatever. Everyone says the same thing, but yeah, that's the reason we were freelancing when everyone was partying. But anyways, I was a very introvert person initially. Like when I started freelancing, I couldn't get on client calls and stuff. I was not the person who would do that. I would dread, like before the call, I would dread.
Yeah,
But now I willingly do networking calls and podcasts and client calls and stuff. I take it them regular, like every day is a client call. So
yeah.
it has changed really a lot.
All right. And what about your parents? Do you have like siblings as well?
Yeah, I have a younger brother who is like
Okay.
6 years
So
younger to me.
what
But
is their opinion on your growth throughout these years?
okay, everyone thinks I make money by sitting in front of my laptop. And my brother thinks he doesn't need to study because when he'll grow up after like 12th, finishing his 12th, he'll sit in front of laptop and he'll get money as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the current situation.
Okay, all right, all right. Okay, so another question that comes to mind is, do you like face any struggles in your like day-to-day journey of freelancing? Do
Hmm.
you think that there's some problems that you're facing in dealing with clients or doing your operational task? Are there any challenges that you think you're facing right
Hmm. Yes, of course. So when you talk about challenges now, it's different at every stage. Okay, once you're beginning, your problem is getting clients.
now? Hmm.
But once you are getting clients, now your problem is managing clients. Now your problem is how to maintain the level of clients you're getting in and how to make it work smoothly.
Yeah.
So that's been a problem, and as well as not neglecting your own personal brand. Because it usually happens when you're getting stuck into your client's work, you neglect that and you think, okay, I'll do it again, I'll do it tomorrow, never happens.
Yes.
So that's a problem that I faced, like creating content and engaging on my platform. That was a difficult task, but now I have delegated my engagement part. So someone's doing that for me, engagement and management. I just have to do my content. So that's how I'm working right now.
Okay.
But yeah, that was the problem.
Okay, and any tools or softwares that you're making use of to help you in your like freelancing process or journey?
Okay, so I'm again, the tools are not my best friend. As I said, I'm not a tech heavy person.
Okay.
So I usually like just stick to very basic things because I want my workflow to be very smooth. Okay, and for other people, I don't want them to log into 10 different tools to talk to me.
Yeah.
So I just keep it very simple. I use my WhatsApp for client communication. I use WhatsApp for every kind of communication. I use my Google Sheets and Google Docs for every kind of content and stuff. Okay. And if you talk about outbound tools, again, I use those tools for outbound. For LinkedIn, I use HeyReach.
Okay.
And yeah, HeyReach is there. And then for Instagram, then there's another platform, IG, Auto IGDM, yeah, that's what it's called. So there are tools that I use for that, but I don't use tools for my workflow.
All right. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. So, Ritika, one advice that you would like to give for an aspiring freelancer or an aspiring lead generation expert?
Okay, implement more than you learn. The golden rule there. Implement more than you learn.
Yeah.
Because we get into this, right? Once we start learning, we are very inquisitive again. And then we start learning, we see 10 videos and we think, okay, this is such a cool thing. But we don't implement. We don't implement anything of it. We implement just 10% of what you're learning. So implement like 120% of what you're learning. Try to get as much as you can.
Yeah, I think many of us like get stuck in the rut of just consuming content and then like producing nothing.
Yes.
So yeah, brilliant, brilliant. All right, okay, Ritika, I think we have reached the last segment of the podcast, which is the rapid fire round, so that the audience knows you a little better. All right, so are you ready for the rapid fire?
Okay, perfect. Let's go.
All right. So my first question to you is coffee or tea?
Coffee.
All right. Dogs or cats?
I was sitting with the coffee cup.
With a coffee cup. Yeah. All right. Dogs or cats?
None. Like I'm afraid of dogs and cats. I don't like them.
Why? What's the fear with dogs?
Because
I mean, I do get the fear. I mean, like stray dogs especially might like frighten you a little bit. But
any kind of dogs. I'm sorry, but any kind of dogs, not the best.
all right. Okay, okay. One movie everyone should watch.
Okay, don't judge, guys. But K3G is my favorite movie, an all-time favorite. Like whenever I'm done with my work,
I mean, it's a brilliant film. I mean, what's there to judge? Everyone loves that film. It's a good pick. It's a good pick.
yeah.
All right. One book everyone should read.
One book, not the best person, but Atomic Habits is great. I've heard that. Not the best. I don't read books, so I'm not a reader.
All right. Okay. What
I'm
is
more
your
of a
biggest?
visual learner.
All right. What is your biggest fear?
Biggest fear, darkness,
All right. Okay. Fair. What is one character trait you admire the most in other people?
confidence.
Confidence.
Because yeah, confidence.
All right. Okay. One superpower that you would like to have?
Being invisible.
Yeah, even I wanted that as a kid. That's a good reminder. All right. Okay. All right. If you could go back in time, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Implement more than you learn because I wasn't implementing anything. I was learning for 1 year and almost. So yeah.
Okay, all right. Ritika, that brings us to the end of the podcast. It was a
Oh, yeah, this is
fantastic
fun.
session, and I think you're just so clear headed. You're so confident, in your approach to everything. So it was a pleasure having you here. All of Ritika's social links will
Thank you
be
so
in
much.
the bio below. And I'm looking forward to having you on the show again, Ritika. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, yeah. I'll see you soon. And thank you so much for having me. It was really fun talking to you. And
Thank,
guys, subscribe.
thank you. Yes. Thank you. Bye bye. Hi guys, just a quick reminder, if you want to be a part of the free community, you can do that by clicking on the first link in the description. By doing that, you will get free access to a lot of masterclasses and like-minded people. Hope to see you there.